Hello, everybody, and welcome to Becoming Invincible podcast. I am your host, Talia, and I am so excited to have you here. This podcast is to reframe your mindset, challenge those limiting beliefs that you may have when you're navigating all the situations in your life. And I'm here to give you tools to help you navigate them in such a healthy way and to harness your personal power that we tend to lose along the way. So settle up, get ready, grab a coffee, and get ready for some juice in each episode as I throw you what life has thrown me and we can navigate this shit together. Welcome back to another episode, everyone. Hey. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. So I really want to do this episode because it is something I get commented on me all the time, is that how are you so happy? How are you so nice? How are you just keep the vibe? What the heck? And I just really wanted to do this episode of like, you can keep the vibe too. So, all right, there's no secret. And some people I trigger people as well. So it is interesting where people always ask like, oh, what's with the vibe? But then also some people get activated and are just like, oh my God, she's so happy. She puts that on. And I don't actually believe that anyone could put this on. I think that would be absolutely so exhausting. If you weren't like this all the time, it would be so exhausting to put this on, honestly. Like, it's, really odd. Oh, I have birds joining me, so you could probably hear them. Anyway, I really wanted to do this episode on high vibing and how we can get you guys into a high vibe. I've just always been this sort of person. I've just always been naturally bubbly. It must be so annoying to hear right now because you're just like, oh my gosh, Charles, I really want some of that juice that you take, because seriously, but I don't take anything. I don't know. I've just always been this person. But what has really helped me, because we all have our moments in motherhood and life and we can feel really unsteady, is that love to dance. So my number one thing I could literally help you guys with is dancing. Massively. Dancing gets you out of your head and into your body. Because sometimes when I record me and the girls dancing, that is literally normal for us. We do dance parties in the kitchen, dance parties in the lounge room, dance parties in the shops, like anywhere. Honestly, my girls will hear music and they will literally dance. It's so good. I love that. I've immersed them in that. And there is this viral reel that's going around at the moment that said, sometimes it's about turning the TV off and turning up the music. And I absolutely love that. I'm absolutely here for that, because it's so true. Because there's just something, and there's like a frequency about music that it just carries that gets you in such a vibe. So sad music has a lower vibration and it gets you into that lower state, helps you activate that point where you need to cry, and you cry for as long as you need. Also, music is like happy music, whatever you like to listen to, because that carries a higher frequency. The beat and everything is like, oh my God, this is amazing. But it's so funny because speaking of music and frequencies, when I would listen to the music that I used to party with in the clubs and stuff, there was an actual, the year of 2012, we were all just loving life and it was all just happy. I literally was like, oh my God, life as in 2012 was like the best. All the best music I felt like came out in the club. I was just like, yeah. Anyway, and for me, I was 19. But when I listen to some of that now, I'm just like, oh my God, overstimulation. Like, it's overload, because I have noticed that music now is changing. And a lot of people, like DJs and stuff, I do see their reels that they're actually doing frequency-based music where it actually activates certain points in your body, so it doesn't give you so much anxiety, it doesn't give you overstimulation, it actually gives you such a good beat to dance to without the excess overstimulation. And I think that's so incredible, because I do believe that if anyone has watched this movie, it's called We Are Your Friends. Zac Efron, he's the main part in it, and he's a DJ. Absolutely love this movie. I think it's one of my faves. And in the movie, he basically talks about this, actually. So this movie came out in 2015, and he talks about the frequency in music, and he talks about how like, okay, I can make any, he just had a knack. He was born to be a DJ. He had a knack for it. So what that meant is like, he would test out. So in the movie, he actually shows you and he goes, okay, see, with DJing, it's about this. It's not just about creating music. It's literally about the frequency. And so he goes on and he'll target certain beats in the music on how it makes different parts of your body move. And I thought that was so cool. I was like, oh my God, that is so true. And he builds it up slowly because every music is meant to move you in your soul, and you're meant to build it up to this massive, yeah, okay, and drop. So I found it so good. So if anyone wants to watch it, it's called We Are Your Friends, and it's a good movie. And the music carries different frequencies, and so I really want to say, like dance parties is a big thing for me. I love dancing. I think you can move through so many things with dance. Especially like maybe it's because I grew up in Step Up. I don't know. But I used to be that child where I would sing into my hairbrush and I would pretend I'm singing to this audience, and I had backup dancers, and me and my friend used to make up dances and pretend that we're these dance pop stars, like honestly. And that was literally my childhood. And so Step Up was such a really good era for me growing into like my adolescent years. And maybe it was just all of that. I don't know. But honestly, you can move through so much through music and dance. So like even like if I'm angry or if I'm sad, sometimes I just need to dance. And I'll dance to sad music or a lower vibration, whatever I need to feel. I just kind of go, yeah, I kind of feel like I need to listen to this, so I will. And so do you listen to certain music that will tailor to what I need to move through? And you can move through something through dance. Or, you can just be like, hey, we're going to turn up the music. Because literally, when you wake up in the morning and when you're cooking breakfast, whether you're cooking pancakes or having cereal, whatever it is, when you turn the music on in the morning, it actually just gets you all happy, and it actually stops tantrums in your kids. It makes your kids feel so good and feel so regulated when you're just like, yeah, let's start the day with like high vibes. Like, yes. You want them to have a good time. That it's so easy for them to move in and out of emotions and not make anything on it. Like they can move through angry, sad, happy so easy, better than we can, because when we move through our emotions, we label them. Whereas toddlers don't label them, they just do it, right? And it's so effortless, but also we're the one that has to be their regulation with their tantrums. So I feel like toddlers are always tantruming anyway, that I feel like with just starting dance parties and stuff, I think it really helps. I really, really do. Honestly, if you can just get out of your head and into your body, it's dance. Just put on some tunes and just dance and just go, yeah. Or even just have music on. And if you don't get into it right away, you will eventually get into it because music is catchy. So yeah, that's a big one, is dance. Dance has been the thing. I'll have dance parties in the car. And when I'm listening to a podcast, Scarlett will literally say to me now, and she goes, Mummy, I don't like it. She's like, can we put music on? I'm just like, I am wanting to listen to this podcast, but it's so fun. We just listen to music all the time, and I really have got them into that frequency, and I love that. I think that it just makes everyone feel good. To answer one of you guys' questions, is literally the reason why I am so happy is because dance has been such a big thing on that. It shifts the energy. Like sometimes you can even wake up in the morning and you feel just, I don't know, just don't feel good. You just feel, yeah, I feel okay. I feel blessed. Like stagnant, and it's because you got some sort of stagnant energy in your body. So you can literally just turn the music on and just dance. It will actually make you feel better. So dancing is a huge part of it. So not needing to like go woo-woo here or anything, but I actually really recommend crystals too. Like one of those people are quite spiritual. So yeah, I have crystals. So I have like rose quartz, which is for love and compassion and anxiety and everything like that. So I have that. I have other crystals like protection and stuff, grounding crystals. Yeah, so there's one in particular that I got my friend's auntie to get for me, and I was just like, I just want a really nice crystal, not too big, and I want this, and this. I can't remember what I said to her. It was like joy, peace, love, health, all the things, like abundance in one crystal. I was like, yep, that's like roughly what I want it to be. She was like, yep, no problem. And I love it. I really hold on to it. I'm holding on to it now while I do this podcast episode. I hold on to it most of the time when I do a podcast episode. I just feel like for me, I never used to be a crystal person. I used to be like, can it actually really help you? Like, really? But honestly, it can. They really can help you. You just, I don't know, when I hold on to it, I feel more grounded. I can feel like, wow, I feel really present and I feel really, yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. Sometimes I wear a crystal in my bra just because I'm just not feeling steady that day. So I'll just wear one. Like, I know that can be so woo-woo and like crazy pants, but honestly, they really help. And even just having them in my room, because I'm not always touching them every day, but just having them around is like a good energy. So yeah, I really believe that too. That probably has a part in it. I'm very someone that I like my surroundings to be quite calming and lovely. My room is full of beautiful things. I like scent. Scent is so big for me. I like when things smell good. Yeah, and I like pretty things. I like things to look pretty. Like I just that kind of girl. I'm a very feminine woman. So honestly, so that really helps. Like meditation and journaling help massively for me. Like I use journaling. There's no right or wrong way with journaling, but I use journaling to like get whatever's out of my head onto paper. And it helps me really go, is that what's happening? That's so interesting. And I can actually see my thoughts more. Sometimes when you get so lost up into feeling and thinking, you're just like, oh my God, it's overwhelming. When you can just journal it out on paper, you're just like, oh, that's what's happening. Totally get that. So that's really helped. And meditation has helped me. Tapping, that's like a recent thing that I've started doing. And that really helps. But also what changed my life massively with this is actually gratitude. So there's a book called The Magic, and it's by the same author that wrote The Secret back in the day. And I don't know, it's a game changer for me. There's 10 I keep saying graduation. Like, what the hell? There's 10 gratitude things to do. Is it 10? It's like a 30-day, it's like a whole month in there of like gratitudes, but I think it's only 10 activities of them. Anyway, so yeah, and I did them all. I was like, oh my gosh, and it literally took a month to like rewire my brain. So now I always thought I was quite a grateful, happy person before, but since doing that, it literally, that's why I say I'm very big on it. Like a book can change your life if you let it. And this book did. It helped rewire my brain. You definitely can do it over and over again. I'm actually thinking I might do it again, just like a bit of a boost as well. So it's an activity book where you literally do the gratitude practices in there for 30 days, and you literally, now my default is gratitude. So with me, because my partner's probably, if he listens to this episode, he's going to be like, babe. And I'm like, okay, my default is gratitude. Okay. But don't mistake me, I'm not a perfect person. I do have a lot of self-worth qualities as well. But who doesn't? Who doesn't? Okay. So I'm not a perfect person. So let's just take me off the pedestal. Okay. But gratitude is my default. Like I'm more likely to be so grateful for my life and everything. And even though if I'm not grateful in the moment of like when shit hits the fan, I will be grateful after and be like, oh, well, I'm just so grateful this is happening and I'm grateful for this. And however this turns out is how it's meant to be. You know, and like my thought patterns are mostly positive, but when it comes to me, they are a lot more self-worth. So, you know, when things happen with me and my partner, I feel like my partner's very triggering anyway, like activating, I should say. So that's only because I don't feel worthy of him. I don't know why. Like, I feel like it's just my bad mood stuff, and it's getting better and better. We're 6 months in, and it's getting better. It's just like I do feel a lot more grounded and solid in us now. I feel like I'm sort of getting the hang of it. But also, I haven't been in a relationship for 2 years either. So, and my last one was very toxic. So, you know what I mean? So, coming from a toxic one is hard anyway. But I have been alone and I've loved my healing time. I think it's just sort of getting into that flow again of being with someone. So I do have self-worth towards myself, but I'm very gratitude and positive naturally. Like that's just me. And if I'm going to shun anything, it won't ever be someone else. It would always be me. Okay. So that's just who I am. But yeah, gratitude, like that book, The Magic, literally changed my life. So I definitely recommend that one. And yeah, it just revires your brain. I remember when I was dating before I got serious with my partner, when I was dating, one of the guys I was talking to, actually, he went and did the book, and he was like, holy shit, thank you so much. And it helped wire his brain. So it was actually really cool. I was actually like, oh my God, like a man doing it. Not that to be sexist or anything, but gratitude seems to be only like a woman thing, even though it's actually for both of us. But, men don't feel like they could do gratitudes. But anyway, but he went and did it. He was like, okay, wow, Tal, actually loved that book. And I was like, oh, cool. So he actually did it. So, and he found such a different perspective again. And he was quite self-development. So yeah, that was really cool, actually. If any men are listening to this episode, literally, you can do it too. I don't know, guys. I don't really have an answer for why the hell are you in high vibe. I can only help you so much. But honestly, I pride myself on self-development. I feel like it changes your life. It's changed my life. We all know affirmations, rewiring the brain. We all know crystals. We all know all those things. Journaling. We all know meditation. We all know yoga, Pilates, grounding yourself outside, the ocean, the grass, hugging a tree. We all know those things, but those things will not work unless if you don't dig deep in yourself sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, just sometimes. Self-development's just changed my life when I've dived into it and healed a lot more of my root stuff, because I'm able to really enjoy life. But I do believe that maybe it is because I lost my dad. I have always gained a different perspective from losing him. Like, it was such a life-changing part of me that I just didn't think I would miss him as much as I have. I've been open about it in previous episodes where I'm like, well, we weren't really, close when I was a child, but we were so close when I was an adult. So yeah, it's really interesting. I'm just like, I miss him so much, and obviously you would, he's a parent, but it's like, I don't know, it's just really hit me so different. I've had such a different perspective since losing him. A lot of things have changed in my life. He was able to help me make big decisions in my life. That's when everything my world got turned upside down when he passed. It was very sudden. I ended a 6-year relationship that I didn't want anymore because we weren't growing together. I was able to see that. I was like, holy shit, like, we want different things. And I don't want you to sacrifice your life for me and you to build resentment because of me. I didn't know that about the resentment thing at the time, but I can always talk in hindsight now. But yeah, I didn't want that. It was, at the time, I was just thinking, like, we're not going the same way. Like, you want out, I want out. Just be honest with yourself. That's what I was thinking to myself at that time. Just let's go, like, let's be, like, let's done. And so that's what I was going through. But in hindsight, I can be like, well, he would have built resentment if he stayed with me, trying to please me. You know what I mean? Just to keep me. You should never want to try and please your partner just to keep them, because that's like outsourcing. So, I ended that. I had to sell my house that was with him. I had to cancel all our wedding plans because we were getting married in October 2020. So I had to cancel all that, and we didn't get our money back because it was COVID time. So we lost all our money that we had paid deposits for. We sold the house. It was all good. Then I had to sell my dad's house, had family drama in that time. I was able to really navigate a lot more so differently because I like woke the fuck up, it felt like, from my dad passing. So that has been such a big thing for me as well. I've really harnessed into nourishing myself and being a lot more of a self-embodiment. And so this is why I have my podcast, to help you guys. Like, I've already done a lot of this stuff, or I already do this still. Like, it's not because I just healed some shit, prayed and did all this for a little bit and then I was all good. I constantly do this. I constantly, rewire my brain. I constantly do affirmations. I don't always journal every single day, but, I try and journal. I do those practices, meditation. I've incorporated tapping now. I do this constantly. It's like literally like lifestyle for me now. I've done this so much for the last 3 years that it's like second nature now. This is just my life. This is what I do. So when people are just like, oh my God, what the hell? And I'm like, this is not work for me. I enjoy doing it. So I'm going to do it because it helps me. And it helps my partner. It helps my kids. It helps my friends. It helps everyone around me, because I am the best person to be around. They want to be around me because I keep myself as centered as possible. I'm not a perfect human. I will scream at my kids. I will like shove them in their room. I will go and lock myself in my room for a minute. I'll scream into a pillow. I cried in front of my kids. Like, I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not a perfect person. But I'm just naturally a high vibe. I'm naturally a woo girl, naturally a hype girl, whatever you want to say. Like, honestly, I'm naturally like this. If someone had to put this on, my God, that would be absolutely so exhausted because there's no facade you can keep up. As like I've said before, no mask can be worn forever. You'll get tired, the facade fades. Like, bless my partner thinking that I'm going to all of a sudden turn crazy or like I'm literally just not going to be this person anymore. I'm just like, this would be exhausting if I was faking this for 6 months. This would be exhausting. I would actually be like, holy shit. You know what I mean? My gosh, so I don't know. It's just about finding what lights you up, guys. I love going to the beach. My kids, not so much anymore, which sucks. But yeah, I enjoy going to the beach. I'm blessed I live close to it, like close to many. It's just finding what you like to do. I enjoy journaling. I enjoy meditating because I found how to meditate in the way that fulfills me. Meditation isn't just about sitting down, crossing your legs and going, Yes, it's a type of meditation, but it's not for everyone to do that. You have walking meditations, you have running meditations in the car, you have those, slow down and hum. But honestly, there's so many different meditations these days. It's all about finding what works in your lifestyle. I think it's about sometimes we can like overcomplicate things as well. Like, oh my gosh, you do that, you journal, you, I don't know, feel crystals, you light candles or whatever it is. Or, you know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, she does so much. But it's like, it's about doing something in the pockets of time in your life. No one has time to sit down and do a full freaking ritual. I'm going to like block out 8 hours or 4 hours just to do this sound healing shit. Not everyone has time for that. Sound healing is amazing. I'm not shunning that. Yes, I actually want to go to a sound healing thing. They're fun to do, but it's not possible every single day of your life. So it's about finding something that you like to do that helps you in your life. Sometimes I enjoy like buying a coffee from somewhere and finding the gratitude in a nice warm coffee that I didn't have to make. I enjoy going to the beach and listening to the waves. I enjoy the sun on my face. I enjoy that. And this is it. This is gratitude. And those of you that follow me on Instagram, I have a free gratitude ebook. You just go into the link in my bio on my Instagram, which is called This is Talia Hassan. I always put it in the show notes. You literally click on the link and it's in there. Free gratitude ebook. Boom. Done. Like, honestly, it really will help you guys because gratitude is everything. It's finding gratitude in life. There's always greatness in life. Literally, it's just about finding all the joys, all those little sparks in your life, the glimmers in life, as some people call them. There's so much happening around us day to day, we just overlook them because they're not big and bold and in our freaking face like a firework. So there's always something going on every day. It's just about enjoying that, like the birds chirping, the wind on your skin, if you like that, the sun on your skin, the waves, how they relax you, dancing to great music. It's just finding things that really light you up. I made myself a vision board. I make one every year. I love looking at it. I think it's like the best thing. It's just finding expansive things. Everyone who I follow on Instagram is very expansive. So I've changed my social media to expansive people that I don't compare myself to, but I really want to aspire to be them because we get so much in a scroll hole. What I will say as well, actually, instead of scrolling Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, how about you start scrolling Pinterest? Because Pinterest is so good. It's so soothing. It's relaxing. There's so many affirmations and such a good lifestyle that I like to search and look at. on there that it's like so soothing. Really helps soothe my nervous system where I'm just like, oh my God, yes. Pinterest is actually so much more better to scroll. So if you're going to scroll anything, scroll Pinterest. 9 times out of 10, it's the most positive thing. And I just think it's so beautiful. So I definitely actually will say that. Because it's not so stimulating and it doesn't get to you. Sorry that there wasn't an answer, but there are the things that you guys can incorporate or you guys can do. And hopefully this has even made you guys go, holy shit, what actually lights me up? What do I like doing? Like even sometimes I like to wear, there's like a certain ring I have that I like to wear. It's like my dress ring and it allows me to believe that I'm worthy of beautiful things. And I know that anyway, but like I really wear it sometimes to make myself feel expansive and feel you're worthy of this. And it's an anchor, I call it, to really anchor me into an expansive state. And so I wear it sometimes when I just feel not so expansive or when I feel more low vibrational. Like I just, yeah. So there's even things like that. Like, is there a candle you like to smell or a perfume you like to spray when you're just not feeling your best and you just keep that perfume because you love that scent and spray it on you because you're like, oh my gosh, yes. You know, I wear sexy underwear all the time other than when I have my period because it makes me feel amazing. I like wearing sexy underwear. It makes me feel good. And I don't wear it because of my partner. I wear it for me. And so is there something that you could do like that would really actually help you? There's so many things that we can do that helps us. Because I feel like as moms, sometimes we can like get caught into like wearing daggy underwear or just like whatever's comfy. Or some of us even just keep wearing fucking, like, I don't know, maternity underwear or whatever, like mom underwear as people call it. They're like practical and that, you know, instead of finding your own feminine essence and wearing that and making you feel great, you know. So that was one of the things for me, like there's perfume, there's, you know, underwear for me, certain like clothes I wear sometimes, you know, how I wear my hair, how I like I have a really good skincare regime and oh my God, that's like so, it's like a every night manifestation for me is just putting on my skincare and going to bed. It makes me feel the best. So you can find beauty in all those things. It's not literally just about, you know, meditation and journaling and shit. It's literally about like what you like to do, what lights you up every day. Like I try and make my coffee and have a few sips while it's hot because after a while, kids like are kids and you end up drinking a cold coffee or you just reheat it a bunch of times. What is it for you, you know, that lights you up? Because we have to try and think here because as us as women, it's like pouring into a cup and it's running out the bottom. That, okay, how about we do all these little things like wear sexy underwear or spray a certain perfume, light a certain candle, I don't know, drink a certain coffee, whatever it is, that's for you because that's something that also lights you up and it just keeps your oxytocin boosting because we burn it 10 times faster than men's happy hormone. So it's like, okay, what can I do to help with my feelings and with my emotions and so I don't feel so burnt out all the time, you know? Yeah, just doing the little things that don't burn you out and makes you feel good in your life. So that's literally all I can give you guys, but I appreciate you guys listening to another episode. I really appreciate you all and I will talk to you guys on another episode. Definitely rate, like, or whatever with the podcast just to help boost it out to more people. That would be so much appreciated. But I just really appreciate you guys for listening. So I will talk to you on another episode.